Hey everyone and welcome back. Today, actually I was not even going to do a video, but then we got all these announcements and it's like, no, I actually do need to do a video today. So a whole slew of things to get to. So first up, Lionsgate has announced that they are doing a 4K release of the very first Saw film. It does look like it's porting over all the extras from the previous Blu-ray releases. And it is going to be in Dolby Vision, and it is actually going to have a brand new Dolby Atmos track. And that is going to be May 11th. And Severin has announced their upcoming July releases. There are 3 total, in fact, and the first one is the movie Skin Deep. And this is getting a brand new 2K transfer from the original camera negative. It's also going to include a CD of the soundtrack, which is, I believe, the first time it's ever been available. It does have a couple special features, including deep cuts, a look back on Skin Deep, audio commentary with the cast and crew, an archival making of featurette, and the trailer. And the CD soundtrack that is included, I guess, is only with the Severin website exclusive. So obviously if you get it from anywhere else, it's not going to have the soundtrack. And that is coming July 20th. Also slated for July 20th is the film Born for Hell. And that's getting a new 2K transfer scanned from an original 35mm uncut print that was actually discovered in the National Archives of Canada. And that is also coming with a lot of special features, including The Other Side of the Mirror, Nightmare in Chicago, remembering the Richard Speck crime spree, local filmmakers John McNaughton and Gary Sherman, A New Kind of Crime, Bombing Here, Shooting There, artist Joe Coleman on spec, and Naked Massacre US video release cut. So it's actually going to have 2 cuts of the film, it looks like. And then finally on July 20th is the movie Siege, which was released in the US under the title Self-Defense. And that's getting a new 2K transfer from the original camera negative, which was recently discovered in a Nova Scotia archive. And there are going to be 2 cuts of the film, the theatrical cut, which runs 84 minutes, and an extended cut, which runs 93 minutes. The trailer will have a limited edition slipcover as well as reversible artwork. And all 3 of these films are indeed region free. And each one is currently up for pre-order at the Severin website. And you can also get a bundle where you can get all 3 films at a slightly discounted price. I also want to take a quick moment and thank some of you for asking me if I had ordered the Andy Milligan box set, which I thought I had and I hadn't, so I was able to go ahead and pre-order that before that sells out. So just a quick thank you for my part. And then speaking of July, Scream Factory has announced their July titles, and there are quite a few here. So first up, coming July 27th is the film Brotherhood of the Wolf. I know some of you have asked me about that one before, and looks like we are finally getting a good release of it. It's going to be a 2-disc set. It's going to be a collector's edition. And while extras have not been announced yet, it is actually going to have the director's cut, plus hours of bonus features on a 2nd disc, and it will have both the original French as well as the English dub audio. Also coming July 27th is David Cronenberg's The Dead Zone. This has been definitely rumored for a long while, and it has finally been officially announced. This one will also be a collector's edition, and extras will be announced a little bit later, but they are indeed giving it a brand new transfer. And coming up on July 13th is another collector's edition, and that is the 2005 remake of House of Wax. Extras will be announced at a later date as well, but they have announced that it is also getting a brand new transfer. And the 3 collector's editions, obviously if you order them through Scream Factory, especially early on, you can get, obviously, a poster of the new artwork that is on the cover. I think that each one is limited, I think, to 700. And then we have 3 standard releases coming from Scream Factory. And the first one is the film A Stranger is Watching from 1982, which is a film by Sean S. Cunningham, who some of you know did Friday the 13th, and he basically produced, I think, almost all of them. He also made one of my favorites, Deep Star 6. And that is due out July 20th. And extras also will be announced later down the line. I think that's probably the case for all of these. But that one also is getting a brand new transfer. Coming on July 27th is the 1966 film Chamber of Horrors. I'm kind of excited about this one. This one, if I remember correctly, this was actually a lot of fun. And this one is also getting a brand new transfer. And again, if there are going to be any extras, they will be announced a little bit later. And then finally coming July 20th is the film Eight-Legged Freaks. Definitely an underrated horror comedy that I'm really glad is sort of coming out. And even though it's basically a comedy, you know, spiders still freak me out anyway. Like, that's probably one of the things that spiders is definitely something that really kind of like gets me all like under my skin. I also just want to take a moment and acknowledge the passing of Italian artist Enzo Schiotti. He did so many amazing Italian posters, especially the ones back in like the 70s and 80s and 90s, and he did like a lot of the Fulci films, some of the Argento films, including the Tenebrae one that I'm wearing right now. Extremely talented. I think most of us really, you know, if you see a lot of his work, I mean, you'd be like, oh man, he did that. Yes, he did. So I just want to say I'm really sorry to hear of his passing, but boy, has he left a mark on a lot of us. I know a lot of the stuff that he did definitely has always mesmerized me, and especially as a kid, staring at those covers on the VHS boxes. So I'm very sorry he passed, but boy, did he ever leave a mark. So that's it for this video. Definitely let me know your thoughts on any of the upcoming releases. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.